Well now, here at the computer fair at Earl's Court and watching that item on MSX with me, Sir Clive Sinclair. Sir Clive, MSX, is it music to your ears or does it represent a significant commercial threat?
Certainly not a commercial threat to us. I mean, it's quite clear what's happened here. Japan and America have both, strangely as it may seem, failed to do anything like as well as Britain in the personal computer business. They've suffered very badly from this. The Japanese companies, Sony and many others, have tried again and again to enter the British market and succeed here. They've tried again and again to enter the American market and succeed there. They haven't done very well there. So they've got together to try and form a common standard. They've had that common standard in Japan now for a year or so, hence all these computers. But what should be realized is that all those companies together, all of them, throughout Japan, make fewer computers than Sinclair Research on its own.
At the moment, but surely the threat comes when people start going into their high street electrical stores and seeing well-known names, the Sanyos, the Sonys, the Toshibas, offering computers next door to their accepted electrical goods.
Fine, yes, it's like, but what happens is this, it's just as if all the car manufacturers have got together and said, let's all have the same engine, the same gearbox, the same axle, and let's use the one that was designed 5 years ago. Won't that be great, you know? Nobody will have to bother about it, you know, they'll all take the same spare parts. But it'll be a 5-year-old car and they'll all be the same.
All right, well now let's turn to something that wasn't designed 5 years ago, the QL. We have a number of queries about the Sinclair QL that have come in over our electronic mail. This is typical of many, from Dale Adgett, who lives in Exeter. And he says this: could you please ask Sir Clive 2 questions. Why the QL has no cassette port, and why it has half the operating system sticking out of the back of it?
Right. It has half the operating, or had half the operating sticking out of the back, because we issued some early ones in that form. That's no longer the case. They're all built into the machine.
All right, let me just stop you there then. For those early ones, are you going to update them for the people who bought them,
Absolutely.
or are they lumbered with it?
Absolutely. No, we told them that they were afraid they were guinea pigs in a sense. We thought they'd like a machine early rather than no machine at all. They had the machine with the bit sticking out, but that'll be updated as soon as possible, very soon indeed.
Right, what about the cassette port?
There's no cassette port because there are 2 micro drives built in. And, of course, they'll do the same job much faster, 10, 20 times faster.
Don't you think it's a little sad that people who have Spectrum software on micro drive can't just plug it into the QL?
Oh, well, it may be sad, but you see, that's really what MSX does. If it was MSX, you could do that, but you'd have a 5-year-old machine. Now, this machine is roughly 20 times as powerful as the Spectrum. And the Spectrum, by the way, is 2 or 3 times as powerful as the MSX machines. So those are the sort of standards we're talking about. If you've got this enormous leap, there's no way you can do this, any more than you could plug a Jaguar engine into a Mini.
Nobody's ever disputed your capacity as a salesman, sir. Now, the other question that we've had this from lots of people. Lovely machine, where are the manuals?
Well, I'm sorry about that. It was a blunder. We sent out some manuals with some of the pages missing. That's all been corrected. Every single person that had a manual has had it updated.
You said it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.